Hello and welcome to How To Automotive. In today's video, I'm excited to share with you a tool that's going to make a huge difference in your work life, so stay tuned for that. The tool I'm excited to share with you about is bolt extractors. So these are designed to remove those rounded out fasteners, those rusted out fasteners that a regular socket is going to round out and strip and spin off on. So what we got here by Gearwrench tools is their brand new bolt extractor kits. So I got a chance to use these about a year ago and I got a kit and it's been amazing, and now they come out with even more of those. So I wanted to share with you and make a new video on this and share with you why you would want to add this to your collection. So first we're going to go over a few design differences between the bolt biter extractor kit versus the standard ones that you've seen and used out there in the past. So come with me, we'll check those out. So we have here a standard bolt extractor socket that you may be familiar with, the spiral cuts here that grip onto fasteners and allow you to rotate them in a counterclockwise direction. And as you rotate them, they kind of twist themselves deeper and deeper onto the fastener. And overall, they work okay. But Gearwrench Tools has come out with a new design that is different than the spiral cut. So this one on the Gearwrench tool is a straight cut. The original ones are the spiral cut here. So I wanted to share with you a few of the unique features about the bolt biter kit. So if you look here, they're not this traditional spiral cut, they are straight up and down, which means that you're able to use these on fasteners that are almost 100% rounded out. And the reason why is because these little teeth here, they don't grip on the corners like a traditional socket would. They grip in the middle of the bolt. So they grip here, 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 and here. One of the unique things about it is because it's a straight design, straight cut design that grips on the center of the bolts, is that you're able to spin the bolt left and right. You're thinking, why would you want to spin it right and put it back on? Well, it's not that you're putting it back on. It's that you're able to spin the fastener left and right to help break it free to get that fastener loosened to come off. Here is a video clip of me doing that exact thing on a fastener that was giving me some problems. So here I'm using the bolt biter on a cat that was giving me some problems. This fastener right here was rounding out, so I put a 14mm bolt biter extractor socket on here. This socket is designed to work with a 3/8 ratchet. I do have it adapted to a 1/2" drive adapter here, so I can use my 1/2" ratchet. So even though the fastener is pretty rounded out, I'm able to slide the socket on without hammering it on with a hammer. They're designed very uniquely, and I'll explain that a little bit better later. So on this bolt here, as I turn it outwards, it'll turn a handful of threads to the left, counterclockwise, and then it'll tighten up and stop moving. So what makes these bolt biter extractors unique is the ability to go in the opposite direction and tighten them back up. So because it got tight in a spot, now I'm able to switch the ratchet here and go clockwise and tighten it back up a few threads, and then rotate it backwards again and go counterclockwise and keep working it back and forth. And every time I do this, I get a few more threads loosening, and then I go back and I tighten it back up, and then I loosen it again and I get a few more threads. And this allows me to work the fastener loose, tighten it up, loosen it up, tighten it up, loosen it up. And that's because of the straight cut design on the socket that grips the side of the fastener instead of the corners of the bolt. Now the spiral type that I showed you will grip it and will only spin counterclockwise. If you tried to go the opposite direction, it would actually loosen up and come off the fastener. So for me, it's very important to not break this fastener off, because that would create a lot more work of drilling a fastener out or tapping it, all that extra work. So if I can get the bolt out by going back and forth and working it back and forth like I am here with the bolt biter, then that makes my job that much easier. So as you can see, the unique design of the bolt biter is very handy in getting these type of fasteners out and loosening them up. After quite a bit of work back and forth, after a couple minutes, I was able to get this fastener completely loose and go ahead and remove this bolt. And with the traditional spiral cut style bolt extractor, this would have only been able to go one way, and there's about a 90% chance that it would have snapped the fastener off. Then I would have had to go drill out and then tap the hole. It was just a lot more work. Unique features about it is they come in two different sizes. So if you look here, we got two 10 millimeters. We got a 10 millimeter and a 10 millimeter minus. And the reason why is because a standard 10 millimeter socket would, with a slightly rounded out bolt, put it on there, you can get it off. But if it's completely rounded out, like 100% rounded out, the regular standard socket may go on there and spin. So they've come out with what they call quarter sizes or half sizes. So this is a 10 minus, so it's slightly smaller than the regular 10. And now, because it's, even though it's 100% rounded out, you're able to get the fastener on there and then grip it. So you're able to take your ratchet, hook it up, and you're able to tighten it or flip it back in the opposite direction and loosen it. Another unique feature about it is, if you notice, I'm not using a hammer to put these on. The way they're designed, because they're designed to the grip on the middle of the bolt, they'll slide directly on without a hammer. Now, of course, there might be some cases where it's rounded or stripped and it's got a weird shape to it, and you may have to tap it with a little hammer to get it on there. But if it's just generally stripped or rounded or corroded, the socket by itself without hammers should be able to go right on, and you should be able to put your ratchet on there, crack it free, and yeah. Looper. So the bolt biters are offered in quite a few different kit styles. You can get them in the most common sockets, like 10 through 19 millimeter, plus the negative sizes, so like a 19 negative. You can also buy the sockets individually. So if you don't want to buy the whole set, you can just get the one socket that you need. So they also come in deep sockets. This is the newest set they got here. It goes from 19 millimeter all the way up to 25 millimeter. And they also have the half sizes in there included. So as you can see, there's 19 and also 3/4. So it's SAE and metric sockets together. So if you're interested in the bolt biter kits, I will leave a couple of the most common kits linked down in the description of the video. I'm Brian Nestor from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.